Welcome back everyone. In this lesson, what I will do is actually just to demonstrate to you how to create a new environment. The reason that we want to create a new environment is to make sure that whatever that we create in our applications for the purpose of, in our case, machine learning development, we want to have it self-contained, or the applications that we make use of, it's not tarnished or being confused by other applications installation. So in this case, we're going to create a brand new environment. So let me come to this screen here. So this is the landing screen. As soon as you start Anaconda Navigator, you will come to this screen here. And usually, once you have a few environments, the way for you to switch environment is just from this drop down. Notice that I have 3 environments here. I'm not going to make use of any of these. I'm going to create a brand new one. In order to create a brand new environment, what we do is that we come to the second tab here and just click on it. And you notice that it's highlighted in green. In order to create a new environment, we make use of this button down here called Create. Notice that once you toggle your mouse over, it's lit up in green. So we'll click Create, and this new environment, I'm just going to call it ML Python, something meaningful for myself so that I can recall what it is. You can actually name it something that is relevant to you, that you can remember for the purpose of your project. So the next thing is to go and select the actual package. In our case, we're going to make use of the latest Python 3.7. Actually 3.8 is already out, but for the purpose of this, 3.7 is sufficient. And the other thing to take note of is the location where this environment is being created. And once you've actually taken note of all of that, all you have to do is just click Create. And usually this process takes somewhere between 3 to 5 minutes to complete. It's not too long. If you want to, feel free to actually go and freshen up, get a drink, or grab a cup of coffee or something or beverage that works for you. Once that's done, the progress bar will no longer show as it was installing. You would have noticed the progress bar was actually updating. And what you have here is that this portion tells you the actual environment that you are working on. And this portion here tells you a couple of things. By clicking on this drop down, it shows you the library that has been installed, what is installed, what is not installed. So these are the things that you can actually select. I'm going to leave it to you to play around with that as and when we do need to for some of the library that we need to make use of for the purpose of our lesson. I'll show you how to install those. Once the environment's been created, we come back to the home, and this is do take note the environment that we've selected. There are others, but in our case we do make use of this environment I created recently. And the next part is that I'm going to make use of Jupyter LAB and maybe Notebook as well. To install these two, I can install within environments, but in this case, I'm just going to install it here just using, just clicking on this install button. Don't worry about the so-called GUI. It's a little bit funny. I'm not too sure why it's always been like that. For Anaconda, but doesn't actually do anything. There's not no damages here. It just looks a little bit untidy, unfortunately. But once it's finished installed, it doesn't actually impact on the overall in terms of the actual running of the application itself. So that's pretty much it. Once you've installed, there will be a blue box with the word launch, and as you mouse over, the whole box is changed to into the color blue. So in this portion here, what we've covered in terms of this lesson is 2 things. One is how to select the environment, how to create the environment using the second tab here, and once basically click on Create and put in the name, select the Python version, and click the Create button. And after that, I showed you how to install Jupyter LAB as well as Notebook. That's pretty much all that I want to cover. It is a short lesson just to actually show you how to actually get up and running really quickly for the purpose of learning and making use of Anaconda from here.